This is a Druban high school brain burn suspense. It's like a movie that can be called a doll. A big lie sets a small lie. Endless. Story begins. After a top billionaire uncle wakes up, seeing my lover die in the room, because the door was locked back at that time, in a sealed state, so he's the most suspect. He insisted that someone is framing, currently under house arrest. He is a friend of famous lawyer Uncle Ferrara Chiang. Ask him to help. The handling of work is very thorough, never fail. In order to win the lawsuit, he asked Uncle Chiang to truthfully explain, but he was still unwilling to speak at first. He claimed that the police have found a key witness. Uncle Chiang is at risk of being caught tonight. Time is tight. He began to narrate that he had been secretly dating his lover for several months. Suddenly, a mysterious person extorted 100,000 euros when he arrives at the designated trading hotel, appointment with oneself and lover, and demand a ceiling fee. He and his lover Laura came to a hotel. They are anxiously waiting for someone with money. Appearing as a reporter for Chengdu Daily, a man in black suddenly attacked from behind. The man knocked him unconscious. When he wakes up, discovered that Laura had been killed, lying in a pile of scattered coins, and I'm holding a bloody weapon in my hand. Police arrive. Uncle Chiang doesn't know how to explain. He became the biggest suspect in this murder case. Witnesses heard screams coming from the room, and no one left. The door lock should also be set up for the window, because the handle has been removed in winter. There are no signs of forced entry. It's impossible for someone to commit a crime and leave. But he still said he was innocent. But I can't say who framed it. The lawyer told him, if you hide God's direction. This statement is very similar to a story fabricated by the male protagonist himself to help him get away with his guilt, not enough to convince the police that he needs more details. Immediately after, he picked up a newspaper. Do you have anything to say about the man in the newspaper? Seeing the man in the photo with a nervous expression, he seemed to give up his struggle and began to explain the story. Uncle Chiang is a married man, but he had an affair with famous model Laura during his marriage. When the two of them drove through a forest, there was a dispute. A deer suddenly appeared. Uncle Chiang's emergency brake. But I bumped into a man. This man is the one in the newspaper. They panicked and panicked. Uncle Chiang wants to save that man, but it was stopped by Laura. Laura said, if you admit to hitting someone, Uncle Chiang's love career will be nothing. So the two of them prepared to escape. But it was discovered that the car broke down unexpectedly. Under helplessness, they can only stay where they are, just as the two of them were trying to cover up the truth. Suddenly, a car passed by Laura. Hurry up and let the strong army go to the previous car, pretending that they don't know each other, and fabricate a story. Said he hit Uncle Chiang's car, contacting insurance company. After the man left, both of them breathed a sigh of relief. Last, Uncle Chiang is responsible for handling the body. Laura is responsible for the aftermath. The two agreed not to meet again in the future. Pretend not to know each other. In the process of contacting the Bose Corporation and waiting, Laura met a white uncle. He used to do car repairs before, and after helping Laura fix it, and invite him to be a guest at home. What panicked him at this moment was, this Uncle Bay's child is the same man who died. Here. The mother dialed her son's phone number. The bell rings. The phone is on him right now, so he hurriedly hid the phone in the sofa. After my mother found the phone. But I feel strange. This child usually stays on the plane. After Laura hurriedly boarded the car, simply bid farewell and leave the old man, there is an ominous premonition. To destroy evidence, they destroyed the car, and decided not to meet again in the future. Subsequently, the police reported that the man is very sorry. Details for insurance benefits. Utilize one's network connections. Fabricate the fact that a man took bribes and fled with money. Clear your suspicions. But the man's father, I don't believe in all of this. He hopes Uncle Chiang will tell the truth. Uncle Chiang also pointed out that the person in black at the hotel at that time was likely Uncle Bai. He quietly hid in the room waiting for the opportunity to move, stun oneself, and then kill Laura, and frame trouble for oneself. Come here. This seamless case seems very clear and complete. But is this really the case? Ferrara pointed out that, if that's the case, Uncle Chiang's mistake. It's just that there was no report. It's okay to admit it. Uncle Chiang is obviously a bit flustered. Ferrara pointed out that, if we don't tell the truth, I can't help him myself, and begin to articulate the facts that one believes to be true. Actually, all of this was Uncle Chiang's idea. During the above events, the roles of Laura and Uncle Chiang should be exchanged. Uncle Chiang described Laura as unforgivable without any evil, also a kind-hearted person, and in fact, such a person is himself. He's worried about his career being affected. Stop Laura from saving people. Subsequently, the body weight was adjusted. Laura, after this incident, always blaming oneself. Very sad. Want to call the police. But Johnson & Johnson didn't want to start feeling depressed because of it. Poor mental state. Uncle Chiang is still worried that Mawa said he would go out and arrange for him to go to a hotel, kill him, and I bumped into the mirror myself, pretending to be knocked unconscious by a black person. All of this is Uncle Chiang's conspiracy. After understanding everything, Ferrara left Uncle Chiang's residence. When the trial starts tomorrow, the lawyer will use this evidence to defend him. However, this Ferrara has just left. Here comes another Ferrara. He saw a man and a woman standing opposite. It was Ferrara and the man's father's Uncle Bai. Ferrara. Next sentence. Turns out he's the man's mother. To understand the truth, you wrong Ferrara. The case of the couple for their son, always secretly following and investigating. This time I finally found out the truth. Uncle Chang suddenly collapsed. The entire drama ends in a movie full of twists and turns. It's still very exciting. Every reversal is like a sharp bayonet piercing the male lead. He must be able to see himself clearly, tell the truth. Facts are facts. Any fabricated lie is untenable, even if the male protagonist is wealthy, being able to fabricate facts through one's own network relationships, the truth will eventually surface. I still hope everyone can take a look at the original film. Remember to follow Xiao Kai. Next period.